I'm Dave Canterbury with Reliance Outfitters in the Pathfinder School, and today we're going to discuss shelters. You can build a fly, an A-frame, a plow point, or lean-to with the supplied tarp in your deck survival kit. This is a simple A-frame shelter. All right, so the key elements to the shelter is we just ran our same ridge line just below waist level. We used the center tie-outs on this tarp with our press loops and toggles to pull it out and draw it tight, and then stake down the four corners at 45 degrees from the opposite side so that we have a nice tight shelter. Reasons for using this shelter would be if you couldn't have a fire, the lower you can get this ridge line to your face, the more body heat will be trapped inside. You can always cover the ends with debris to keep breeze from blowing through, and then cover debris on the front as well, and then put your backpack up against the front, and you'll trap all of your body heat inside that shelter. To make a fly, the things to remember are you want a line down the center of the tarp. All four corners are staked out, but none of them are touching the ground. So you need a guy line on each of those four corners and enough height on that ridge that the corners are off the ground. You can dictate how high it's off the ground by how high that ridge line is placed on the tree. Again, 4 points of contact, none of them are touching the ground. We've got it guyed out with guy lines. That's going to give us maximum convection underneath this tarp so that we can maintain cool in hotter weather by letting breeze flow through on four sides. So when you're going to set up a plow point shelter, you're basically going to attach one corner of your tarp to the tree with whatever method you decide to use, and then create a diamond effect with that shelter by pulling the angular corner of the center to one point on the ground, and then pulling out the wings and staking them down so that you have a triangular shaped shelter on the ground to help you trap more heat and protect you more from inclement weather. It's a very good winter type shelter or something that you have a lot of inclement weather. If you're trying to close in basically three sides, if you can only make a small fire and you're unable to make a long fire due to resource or fire restrictions, this can trap a lot of heat inside. You can lower or raise the pitch of this shelter to control how much convective breeze or convective heat comes in and out. To make our lean-to, we're simply going to take two corners, attach them to the ridge line, and two corners staked out to the ground. So the best reason to use a lean-to shelter, remember that you've got it open on the front and only two corners are staked to the ground. You have a large open area to accept convective heat from a longer fire in the wintertime that you can put one step from the front of the shelter to maximize heat transfer to maintain your body core temperature. Building a shelter is one of the 5 survival priorities that you'll have in an emergency scenario. This Pathfinder tarp in your deck survival kit can save your life.